Okay. I posted a couple videos, one a shorter version of just my general story of addiction and my time in the city, being raped, kidnapped, jails, and things I've been through. I posted a story about my overdose and my near-death experience, and I just posted a story about attempted murder. So the things that I posted so far are kind of morbid and violent and the bad side of things. But I actually just told this story not too long, a couple days ago, and I thought it would be a good mix of mixing it up and not being so sad and morbid and negative. Um, so when people go down to Detroit and they spend some time there, a lot of them have nicknames. And it was funny because for a while, my nickname was Olivia. And I didn't even like put two and two together until recently, because my daughter, my 2-year-old, her name is Olivia, and I did not name her after my nickname or whatever. I didn't even think about it. I was given this nickname because somebody at one of the houses that I used to go to just mistaken my name. I said my name and he thought I said like Livia or whatever, and so he called me Olivia, and then other people at the house start calling me Olivia. So eventually I would be driving, everybody knew I had a red Camaro. I'll be driving in my Camaro, and all of a sudden I would just hear Olivia, Olivia. Like that just was my name for a while. It was like my name for like about a year, until my name for stupid reasons became Scooter. And this is like the dumbest story ever, but I was getting kicked out of my mom's house for using and doing everything I was doing. They were just sick of my shenanigans. So I was already homeless in Detroit before, and I walked everywhere. It was bullcrap. Like, it was not fun. It was just, it took forever. Especially, you go down to Detroit and you have to come back up to Macomb and do things like boost and go on your little quests that you go on to get money and whatever. And so it's like a lot of walking. Like, I was walking like a lot. Maybe, I'm not even joking, probably 20 miles a day the first time I was homeless. It was nonstop walking. So when I was being kicked out, I was like I don't know if I'm walking again, like whatever. Like, it was just whatever. So I had an idea. Before I left, I was walking in the garage and there was my son's scooter, his Razor scooter. It had light up wheels, and I took it. And I was already on kind of stuff at this time. I was not sober or whatever. I was under the influence this day. So I took the scooter and I scooted from about 7 miles from my mom's house to this Target. And I was on my way to the Gratiot bus, and I thought while I was there, I was like, oh, I don't have any money. What am I going to do? So I scooted into Target, and I scooted to their electronics section, and I took an Apple Watch, and I took it right off the thing, and it had the security devices, everything on it. And I was on my scooter, and I scooted right out of the store with this watch. Now the alarms were going off. The people, the workers were looking at me. The shoppers were looking at me. Everybody was looking at me. But they let me scoot on by, and I just gave no fucks. I just scooted on by. So I scooted all the way to the bus, and I got on the bus, and then went down to the city, and I went all the way to the Trap House with this stolen merchandise on my scooter, and I traded it for drugs that night. And so I got a decent amount of money in dope and crack, and I did the crack and stuff. So by this time it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was homeless by myself for the first time, and I didn't like really have any place to go or know where to go or what to do or whatever. Like, I didn't have any more money to spend, so I couldn't go back to the Trap House. Like, I didn't know what to do, so I scooted all night up and down Gratiot, stopping at all the gas stations and asking random people in the middle of the night for money. And so I did that all night until the sun came up. Like, I scooted from like Detroit all the way up to about 14 Mile, back and forth all night asking random people for money. So by the time it was like 8 o'clock in the morning, I had a good amount of money, probably like $100. And I was able to like go back to Detroit like the next day and do whatever. So this scooter was a lot faster than walking. It was more efficient than walking. So I scooted everywhere for a couple weeks. And I was in this crack house. And this crack house is not a normal crack house. Anybody who knows the name Saratoga, if they have ever been in the addiction or drugs or whatever, and you've been to the city, you know the name Saratoga. This is where Detroit people that have done crack get the best crack. It was well known. I got my car seized, my Camaro seized right outside of Saratoga. That's another story. It was a rusty old Impala with cop lights on it, and it was a cop. He seized my Camaro coming out of that house, but everybody knew it was really good crack. So I always said people at Saratoga were normal. When you go there, you're normal, you're talking to people, whatever, until they take a hit and then they turn into crackheads. Like, they're tweakers, they're like going like this and seeing things are like they're tweaking. And I never saw that at any other house in Detroit besides Saratoga. So anyway, I was at Saratoga and somebody tried to steal my scooter. They are crackheads of all crackheads there. They will steal anything. They will sell their grandma's ashes for a hit. Like, that is the people they're like the advanced crackheads that are there. So I was there and somebody tried to steal my scooter. So the guy that sold the drugs there, he knew me. I was there every day. I spent a decent amount of money. So I told him, I was like, oh my God, this guy's like stealing my scooter. So the guy went chasing after him. So he was running down the street and grabbed my scooter from this crackhead and started like hitting him with the scooter. And it was like whipping around and hitting this guy with the scooter. I was like, oh my God, like, don't get blood up, like my scooter.